Good evening, folks. We are live and running again with some Suikoden Suikoden 3. Hoping to finish up Geddoe's chapters tonight here. So, without further ado, let's roll into things. As per usual, as is tradition, update this stupid thing. Let's go. Actual fun story with this is that I totally left the PS3 on last night. So when I first booted up everything here, there was Captain Geddoe just still standing there. Okay. Oops. And these guys are all squishy. Super dodgy. Thankfully, we have some people with accuracy. Oh, dang. These are actual tough little weebs. Okay, alright, we still have Jean to do some minor healing at the end of battles. Okay. Oh, this kind of just led to, like, the same areas. Groovy. This is a fight. I don't know if we have to save onto some of this or not. So for now, let's just do a fight. And, yep, do one of these. Also, yeah, you see how that magician's in the back row now? And what, it was in, Thomas's one chapter that it was actually like a boss before? Oh, that's one enemy down. Counter! Counter! Anyone! Oh my god. Oh yeah, only once per battle. Let's go there. Good dodge. And counter? Nope. There you go. And counter. Nope. Lightning leather. And there we go. Nothing there. Just trying to remember if it, like, any of these little dead ends, if, like, there's any extra little treasures or not, but nah, fam. It's just nothing. Okay. That's still just retreating, eh? Take down one, just not even one. Maybe with this his skill of his, he can take down those other two. I should have let him off with that. Yeah, at least one there. Nice hero. Trying to remember if Joker gets continual attack ever. I feel like he does at some point, but like it just doesn't happen sometimes. That's all fine then. Okay. Hey, look! Hey, listen! Shh! I know. Looks like they beat us to it. Too bad we couldn't check it out first. Can't count on anything these days. Well, we can always count on our swords. What? You're up against the bishop, you know? We're up against the bishop, you know? We could get into big trouble if we pull something here. Remember that. We'll see. Maybe it's my age, but I'm starting to forget things lately. No, don't be hasty. Don't do anything rash. You know how many pages of reports I'd have to file? If that's all you'd have to do, you'd be lucky. Queen, you sure are into this, aren't you? We'll see. Let's see where they first came from. I forget what's over here. Oh. Just a big old side area. Okay. Did they, like, teleport into here? Because we know they can kind of do that with Sarah's little powers there. Okay, you guys should be able to take down 2 with minimal missing fuck-uppery. There we go. Thank you, Ace and Queen. Fish badge. Anybody get any other skill stuff yet? Hey, look what he actually finally got. Cool. We will have to play around with that the next time we actually have a trainer. That's like the one thing about the Labuk is that I don't think it has a Bujutsu trainer. Did we lose them? Well, there's only one road. More importantly, we have a guest. Well, what a coincidence, Geddoe. Coincidence? Hardly. This isn't the type of place where you bump into old friends. You followed us, didn't you? Don't flatter yourself. Why would we want to follow the likes of you? This is work. The bishop here was looking for the most able man among the defense units to join him as his bodyguard. The most able among the defense units? That's strange. He should have gotten in touch with us instead. Well, we're in a bit of a hurry right now. What's the rush? Take your time. Let me give you some advice now. Get away from us. Sorry you feel that way, but we can't accommodate you. We're under the bishop's orders to keep people away from here. That's right, Geddoe. Now, don't make a fuss. Just go on home. Oops. Sorry, but we have to keep going. We got our reasons too. I pressed X too fast. How interesting. I knew I'd have to settle things with you sometime. Settle things? Just let us keep walking down that road. It's that attitude of yours that I don't like. Ugh. Check it out. Okay. Let's have her do a little shredding. Let's get rid of Gao. And let's throw down a little bit of defense. I totally meant to do their team of attack, but I goofed. Nice. That's one of the things that's down. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm expecting this of Jacques to take down Gao over there. Yep. Oh, this fight's a joke. Except for the fact that Nicholas keeps frickin' doing that. He's down. He's got his own little electric attack. Just for Geddoe, which is not going to be that effective. Because he has a little bit of... Yeah, he has that lightning resistance. That wasn't a fight, that was slapping a toddler. Right, it looks like you've settled this. What do you want to do? Damn. Sorry, Duke. We're in a hurry. It's absolutely bruised their egos. Maybe I should switch teams. Take that as you will. We must have been looking in the wrong place. Maybe the Flame Champion knew all along that we'd get into this predicament. But he couldn't have. I suppose it's not going to be very easy. I knew that before we started. Then, should we go back? Do you want to deal with them? Let's see. It looks like he's discovered what we're up to. Well, it was pretty obvious. He's not stupid. Bishop, would you tell me what this has to do with the search for the Firebringer? I don't have to tell you, but you should tell me. What are you people doing here? We're looking for clues relating to the Firebringer. Were you following me? Yes. How honest. Don't you trust me? Who can trust a man that doesn't reveal himself? You have a point. So, do you really want to know what I've been up to? Yes. I need to know. You're awfully persistent. It's in my nature. Well then. Fight time. No healings. Alrighty, let's actually do a little bit of this. Follow it up with that, and then also one of these. Geddoe gets off his big attack first. Oh, she's firing some fire. Which, yes, hits everybody. Ooh, some big nasty damage. Okay, okay, we're fine. We just need to have her pop off this healing first. Well, what is she doing? Okay, she's healing up them two. Jesus. Okay, well. At least Ayla's gets back up a whole bunch, too. Oh, what rune was that? Oh, he got a heal off for himself and a bunch of damage against us. Damn, Ayla's down! Okay, we are going to freaking bum rush. Damn. Oh, she did a tackle. Well, we'll see if this is a losing battle. Yes, okay. Scripted. We were going to get a little close there. I'll warn you, don't interfere with me. Sorry. It looks like Duke's unit has left. They should have stuck around for a while. They probably don't have as much free time as we do. I suppose. Well, should we head back? How are we? We are currently all wiped out. Our healing end only does one, so that's fine enough for now. Is there anything actually in the back here? Because I think it goes maybe sometimes like a boss and some treasure show up. Same time, I'm also doing absolute Gandalf. I have no memory of this place. No, it's just an empty shrine, yo. Okay. Maybe another character's chapters, potentially. Alrighty, we'll just smoothly leave. Nothing at the end there. No, just a just a little dead end. Do. Also, like, no enemy encounters? What's up with that? So, what should we do? I want a soda. I suppose it was better than heading straight into grassland without any clues. Okay, so we got a mass bishop, a sorceress seen in the Korean village, and the Harmonian army deploying suddenly. It's a hard puzzle to piece together. Sweet, refreshing soda. Sounds good to me. Well, the rest of them came up with any ideas. I'm guessing maybe that means return to Claria? Oh no, we need to talk to Iku. Inventory status. Damn, we're full up. Shoot. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff I could sell off. Oops. Fine. He'll be faster. Yeah, no, Garbo. 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 And I never use these. Anything rarity? Ooh, those are rare indeed. Okay, 63, 59, 64, 73, 60. Your lucky day, Jocks. And then the one we put in here... Okay, go on somebody else. 73... 63... Yeah. The biggest thing is he has that higher defense, but magic defense isn't quite as what it should be. And I just want to see anything from here is worth snagging. Oh, what's up with the rumors? I thought that lizards love melons. If you don't believe me, go to the Great Hall and see for yourself. Are they buying them in, like, ultra bulk right now? Oh, actually, also, let's grab some more of these. Sugar. This is the place to sell sugar at. Also, wine. Retails for much more in Budahuck. Books, sell best here. And yeah, we're not gonna do another cross-country trek, I believe. Check in with Iku, who I believe will just be in this hut right here. Yes. Oh, hi there. Here Franz caused trouble. He tends to jump to conclusions. Oh, maybe... Okay. Maybe we're going to Caleria. Which I don't think Lebuc had any real stuff for us to take over there. Geddoe has lots of goods that, like, retail a lot better in other places. Okay, anything for Caleria? No, this is the place to sell holly berries if you can. Okay. Okay, I am leaving Edge here. So that maybe actually we'll grab him, like, with Thomas or somebody instead. Even though it is like a 1v1 duel. Let's hit up the inn and save. For just in case if, like, the mountain path has that giant golem again. The inn was the building right beside Iku's place. Greetings and salutations. And oh man, I'm also just wondering if we maybe want to do any magic tutoring for the people who get it. What we could do, no, I'd rather save up his stuff for that. Oh hey, she also has freeze now too. Interesting. I mean, yeah, definitely, what is it? As characters approach, like, level 40 and stuff, like, that's when, as far as I can mostly remember in this game, like, characters are really locking down some more of their, like, final skills and stuff. Which I think, right now, our best teams are Geddoe's team, Chris's team, and Thomas's team. Hugo, just with, like, with Lily and, Reed and Samus, I mean, those guys are just a mess right now. And need some significant work done to them. So, next time we come around to Hugo's chapter, we'll have some fun there. Okay. I kind of mostly just don't want to go sell off our trade goods right now because, like, this mountain path sucks. It's not part of any speedrun strat at all. Although I pray that nobody actually speedruns this game. Unless, like, there's some, like, crazy cool glitches you can do. What is this, Aleko? Oh, that's a retreat. Let's try this. Just to see if he can get just the little squibs down. At least two. There we go. That was the right call. Oh! A little fire rune. A little fire rune, Skaroony. Maybe there's somebody out there we don't have or know of yet who is proficient with it. I would say at this point, like, we've already kind of really seen a decent amount of combatants available to us. Unfortunately, yeah, like, a couple of them are locked behind Geddoe right now. And his team that is unable to swap out anybody. Let go. Do 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 do. Come on. Yeah, that's a let go. The thing about, like, once enemies are crazy underleveled, even the SP they give is like nothing. So, Captain, isn't it time you told us what's going on? Tell you what, we don't have the inside scoop on anything. From what the bishop was doing in that shrine to the Lizard and Crying Clan incidents. Are you keeping something from us, Captain? As mercenaries, we don't usually ask for explanations. We're free to take up whatever work we want. We trust you, Captain, but there are too many strange things going on. You must know something. I'm not even sure myself, but there's one thread that ties everything together. Thread? It's the man they call the Flame Champion, Scott. You mean the Harmonian army fears the Flame Champion, not the Firebringer? I thought he died a long time ago. Wasn't he some hero from days gone by? Yeah, it was over 50 years ago. Flame Champion Scott possessed the true Fire Rune, one of the 27 true runes. 27 true runes? Well, tell us what you know, old man. The power to control the world rests with the 27 true runes. Those who possess the true runes have great power and immortality. For over 15 years, it was thought that the leaders who had built Dunnan had inherited the runes. By the way, I'm no old man. I can hardly believe it. It's incredible. Dunnan leaders? You're talking about the people capable of defeating Chief Lucia, right? I always thought it was strange that Chief Lucia lost as she did. Now I know the truth. They cheated. The Harmonian still lives. The champion still lives. Harmonia still fears him. That masked man wants to find the hero. There you have it. Who knows? And so? And so what? And so, what are we going to do? Are we going to find the Flame Champion for Harmonia? Let's see. We didn't get an order from the main unit to find the true rune. If we catch him, we deserve a bonus, right? I guess so. I can't tell if we're being cursed or blessed, but I have faith in this world as long as even the slightest trace of the truth remains in the world. Goodbye, my friends. Forgive me for not being able to go with you. Dun dun dun! Geddoe is old. That was the end of his chapter 2! Cool beans. So with that, we're gonna roll on into Little Tommy Boy's chapter 2. Good morning, Thomas. Today you'll have to attend to the house yourself. Oh, okay. I'll do my best. Good luck. See you later. Not sure what more I have to do besides keep a journal. Welcome back once again to Buddha Hut Castle. First things first, let's see how much of the deco is here that we left. Ooh, it's still here. Most interesting. Including, this very pristine statue. Yeah, gaze upon it. I know Augustine at least appreciates it. Okay, this is like... Damn, okay, I keep joking that, like, Augustine, he's very much like a JoJo character. And, like, look at this giant statue, this giant stone slab, if you will. Don't stand in front of it, otherwise you'll get crushed. Caesar! Okay, joke over. If you got it, please leave a comment in the section. What are we doing? We are... Let's just head up front. What stuff did we have left? Not much in his inventory. I also know of many little submissions we can do. Let's get a good party together for him. Ooh, ninja time. Which, yes, thankfully we can actually take him along with us. Because right now we're not being forced to take Piccolo with us. Which, God, what even is Piccolo? And then for our support, oh, we have access to Shizu and Ike. Ooh, who does appraisal? Oh, we can't take Sebastian right now. He's currently unavailable. Okay. Actually, both Sebastian and somebody else? I forget. Also, Shizu, she has one job only, and that was to, like, be the elevator operator. Okay, I guess take this for now. Let's get a formation going. Best effort. Yeah, you guys do lots of heavy lifting there, so. Okay, we already got his stuff up. Anything else we can really improve? Not really. Oh, don't forget we also have, Aaron in the library to do stuff for us now. Thomas, you might be just going on a big old recruiting mission now. Speaking of which, let's actually check in with, Mudo. Maybe a whole bunch of things Thomas has to do. Maybe just story-wise he is. Talk to all the residents of the castle and just be like, yo, what up? Nope, apparently not. Wait, what was I doing here? Oh, we can sell that. A bunch of stuff we can sell as well. Although, actually, I mean, even though this is the list of people who can equip and wear things. Mel or Cecile. Really? Really? Okay. Lightning, worn out, old, and that. Oh, we got her some nice feather earrings. Damn, dude, but mole gloves are even better. Okay. Let's, get rid of crap. Okay, I'm like half tempted to bring some of these and try to go get them appraised in Vine quick. Because, yes, we actually do have to go to Vine del Zexi. Okay. Ooh. The other thing right now is Watari was expensive. We have a bit of potch on this. Okay. Do I want to... Oh, right, I just remembered. I came here to go talk to Kid quick. Young. He's conspiring in the underground road. Yep. Hitu Mountain. Yep. Dear Arthur. Scoops at Brass Castle. Oh, we never did go to Brass Castle and figure out where the hell he is. One foo. Melville. I think this guy's in Lizard Hollow. Also, I have no memory of this dude. Like, at all now at this point. Also, yeah, I just remembered. We did get Kid with Thomas, but we're not able to use him while he's out on active investigations. Okay. What goods do you have, my dude? Ever since the princess said she bathes with red peppers, it's been flying off the shelves. Well, there's none here. Okay. Hey, crystal ball. Remember where that sells best? Oh, we actually do have access to Duke Village. Sugar also retails better elsewhere. Books. I'm curious if like we eventually have access to like Lubuka and other places. Hollyberries sell best. Those sell best also in Lubuka, as we found. Okay. Also... Oh, that's not what I wanted to check. I wanted to check people's weapons levels. Also, Thomas, you're quite the murderer. 96 confirmed kills? Even then, the ninja doesn't have that many. Okay, so timeline-wise, with Thomas, Ixay has not been burnt or attacked just yet. Okay, good. We can't go explore other places. But we can't go anywhere past Crya Village. Okay. Let's go to Ixay first. Oh. It wanted us to come here. Interesting. Now, come on. Hurry it up. But it's just that I had no idea there was Zexen territory here. I don't need your excuses. You're useless. Now, where's that kid? Hey, you! Come here. Take me to a castle called Budahuk. It's supposedly nearby. Deflect. I don't know such a castle. Alright. You're obviously not from Zexen anyways. How can you tell? You're just a country boy from up north, right? That's what you smell like. Ha 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 ha. Good deflection, Thomas. Okay. I'll need to figure out the secret formula for Bart's as well. Bart's! Let's proceed apace to... Let's see. I mean, he needs to do like a whole world tour again. Oh, right, he does throwies. I forgot that about Watari. That's a high speed, my man. Compared to others. Juan also has speed, but only when he's conscious. Yep, she gets hers. Ah, god damn it! The trouble with speeders. Yeah, the main plan worked. Wake his ass up. We're gonna need to restock on some of that stuff too. Yeah, everybody's fine. It's fun when we have to keep jumping around between, like, okay, who has certain brackets and thresholds of HP? Yeah, let go. Certain battles with Thomas are worth it, other ones, not so much. Oh, this is an easy fight. You were rather slow there, Mel. Also, why does Thomas have, like, such crazy speed? Is it just from, like, his holy dash? Sure, get rid of them. I was secretly hoping that, like, more Opticlaria would open up, so that we could go and grab a edge, but unfortunately not. Okay, we have someone else to find. We need to have a good look around Brass Castle. Roland, you're still just there, pining for your homeland. Being a weirdo. Also, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, I think elves have, like, the weirdest culture in the world of Suikoden. You know, we're never really going back here to check things out. Maybe actually this is where he hangs out? Oh, yeah, I'm just remembering now that, like, yeah, you can actually usually find Arthur pretty fast and get him over, if, like, you're paying attention and stuff. Because then, like, he does, like, the newspaper at the castle. And he's talking about the truth. Okay, not on this side. Let's check out in here. Which I don't think he's here either. No, wait, I was wrong. He's totally right here. Jeez. Good day to you. Apparently someone broke through the border checkpoint recently. Know anything about it? That sort of thing really happens? Gee. I'm reporting the story for an article I'm writing. I can't seem to forget anything out of the Zexen Knights who chased the trespassers. All they say is that they pursued the culprits to the kitchen and promptly lost sight of them. Now that's some story. Yeah, I think so too. This could be a major scoop for me if I can scrounge up more details. Are you sure you didn't see anyone leap over the wall or anything suspicious? Me? No, I don't know anything about it. Oh well, too bad. I'm gonna keep snooping around. Hopefully I find something newsworthy so I can see my name on the front page of the Buddha Times. Oh, really? Yes. I want to get my work out there to multicultural communities where people can congregate and share ideas. I'll help. I've always wanted to try my hand at being a news hound sniffing out good stories. Usually you want to talk to the kitchen staff first. Cooking is done on the other range, yet this one is much bigger. That could mean... Doesn't look like a regular stove, that's for sure. If only it weren't so dark. Wah! Now we're in the underground secreted passage. Ow, 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 ouch. So this is what it all comes down to. Secret holes in cooking ranges? That hurt. I didn't pass this way. These big castles always seem to have fun stuff like this. Aha! This must be how they escaped. Now we can follow their trail. But don't you think it might be dangerous? A dead end of all the luck. We should be fighting against the monsters in here. We got Mel to protect us. Excuse me. Yeah, we should be okay. Yep. Their attack put him back to sleep. That's kind of too good. I just want to check out one thing. Yeah, Mel, we'll see what she gets for more stuff. As for everybody else, potentially we'll see some gains with people hitting level 20, maybe? I don't know. Sometimes it's like random what people, or the levels they randomly or stuff at. Ooh. Who did we put Martha in? I should have maybe swapped her out for Gordon. Knowing their escape route is a huge lead. Oh, you owe you big time for your help. I'll make sure everyone at the castle reads your article. Give it your best. Thanks a lot, but who's everyone? It's not a big deal. Haha. Frickin' dweeb joined. Yeah, that's right. Calling him out. Okay, we are going to Vine, so give us things that are good to sell in Vine, like an ancient text. Not Asian herbs. See? What about salt? Yeah, salt usually goes for better. Also, you just have so many candles, but this is usually where like we get rid of them. All right, that's still the rumor. Oh no, I wanted to get some salt off of you, my man. Do you believe? Yeah. Yeah. Buy here and usually sell in Vene. I mean, with that ancient text already, it's pretty good. Okay, he was like just the last one we had to do in Brass Castle, I do think. A lot of other people are recruitable out in the field in other places we no longer have access to. Also, I'm curious as to where dude with the hat went. Foraging prices are the same. Oh, we can't do anything here. So be it. Yeah, Thomas can go to Lizard Hollow. Okay. Now we have a Bujutsu teacher. Whew, excuse me. We first came across him in Duck Village. I think maybe he pops up in Chissa next, which we don't have access to. Which, Chisha is like around in here, and then I think Alma Kenna is in here. Yeah, okay. Also, yeah, we're gonna give a little bit of a try for Watari in recruiting Ayami. They definitely want to 1v1 each other. I don't think anybody in our party here could do anything to convince Goro. Oh, Medicine C. What do people have for stuff on them? So I feel like we should... actually, we don't necessarily need to swap things out for people. Because they kind of just have still little baby HP scores. And we are still coming across little weebs like this. Dang. I was hoping for a bit of an upgrade. I think it just goes... Thomas and Kuro need to cross over into the next level threshold of enemies. Ooh. Which means I think we do this while we can still also go through North Cave. Yeah, Mid Blossom's good. Yes. Just so that we can still kind of easily get through Northern Cave, because it still is like lower level monsters in there, and not like skeletons and the lightning bugs in there. Because those guys would just absolutely wreck Thomas's team right now. But yeah. But first, yeah, we're gonna get some kids. also sell off some goods so that Thomas finally has some money in the bank. Itchy ear. Whew. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I had Kid go look into the vampire character, dude. Because there's a vampire character in this game, if I remember right. Yeah. Alright. Let's go tell Melville where his daddy's at. And Elliot should follow. No problem. Oh. I think this guy tells us where they've gone off to. Nope. Maybe Geddoe's the only one who can tell them where they're at? Anywho, let's hit up the trading shop. Excuse me. Oh yeah, buy this. Oh, those ancient texts, my man. Selling mint-wise. And yes, salt. Okay, deer antlers sell better in Duck Village, but yeah, we can usually get better prices. Tomato C still here. Nah. Candles go for better brass castle, except for right now. Last time we were there, they had a surplus. Also, hollyberries are high here right now. Okay. Appraise things. Hopefully it's just not more hex statues. Ah, yes. Things we can actually place around the castle. Except for that. Well, might as well still. Ooh, a plant vase. And, let's just make sure they're talked to so that we have their stock available at the Buddha Castle. Okay. Okay, I also want to do the same with the armor shop. Anything good? Ooh, turtle tunic, but honestly, Thomas, like, yeah, you need them, okay? Same for you, man. Oh, his yellow scarf is what gives him, like, plus 15 to speed, eh? Oh, it gives him status protect. Which I believe means he's protected from status ailments. Isn't that neat? Does this one disappear momentarily to dodge attack? Oh. Be a real dodgy boy. sure what else would be then good on Watari. Thinking he unlocks like a whole bunch of other skills as he gets to higher levels, but who knows? Here's Thomas and Elliot. Huh? Yeah, I'm Melville. Your father asked me to tell you that he's waiting at Buddha Hut. My father? At Buddha Hut? Oh yeah, I get it. I hope he realizes what an opportunity this be. Would you come to Buddha Hut? Elliot. Sorry, but I can't leave my father waiting at Buddha Hut. I have to go. Yeah, but if you go to Buddha Hut alone, I won't have anyone to play with. Maybe if we tell your mother that my father's there, she'll want to come with us to Buddha Hut. I don't know. Maybe. I'll see what she says. Hi there. I'm Melville's friend. If my mother comes, is it okay if I go to Buddha Hut too? Yes, everyone is allowed entrance, as long as they are honest and personable. We'll get his mother's permission before we leave for Buddha Hut. Let's go, Elliot. Oh, okay. Mom, want to uproot your life and come over to a castle in the middle of nowhere? All right. There we go. We got the lads there. As for Alanis, what do you have to do? I think you have to get the boys back in your party, and then do something. Because what? She's off in like a different land now. I think maybe they went to Caleria or something else instead. But we're currently locked out of Caleria, so wop wop. Okay. Now we are saving and going up to North Cave. And we're gonna have ourselves a little ninjarino fight, probably. Oh. Or North Cavern, rather. Okay, we did this once before. Can easily do it again. And heck, we don't even have a Piccolo to slow us down. I mean, we have Juan to slow us down, but actually, speaking of, maybe he can do his one job and actually, like, teach people to actually do a fight. Let's do a repel on Thomas. Cecile, swing faster so that maybe you can chunk in some more pokes. You are already a demon, so let's demonize you a little more. Yeah, that maxes out there. Ah, monsieur. Sure, a repel. You can't do anything for yourself, and Watari just has to wait a little bit more. Let go for now. It would kind of suck if, like, we got enemies high enough in here that we tripped over to the next set. enemies go. Thomas graciously let them go. You know, the young lord of the castle graciously lets his enemies go, so they may find peace elsewhere. I realize that also without Piccolo, we have like no defensive runes. I don't think he had any healing stuff. We mostly actually just relied upon actual healing items for stuff, but that's fine. We're getting away with stuff for now. Oh yeah, I just also realized Melville's the only one who can accompany us into battle. Elliot just chills in support. What does he do? He does healing, I want to say? Or something. Also making sure, yeah, Watari has full HP. And booyah. You should have known it would end up this way. Ever since that day, we got ourselves a 1v1! Long silence. This will let you know how glad I am to see you again. Oh, we're both doing death blows. Okay. Lost your touch. Is that game over? Or nope, she just lets us go. Scum! With your skill level, someone else will surely kill you one of these days, but I prefer to do that myself. No? Don't do that. Who are you? Do you always take in strays? This man is our friend. Friend? That doesn't suit you, Watari. Well, well. I have no reason to fight through all of you to get to him, so I'll pretend I didn't see him today. Watch your backs. Sayonara, witch. Interesting. I wonder if I try to reset that. Potentially. Let's go out and go back in. Oops. Also, he currently has 0 HP. I was just afraid. Oh man, and now it's just him. Okay. We're gonna do a quick reset. Reset game. Try to get back in. If not, he might need to like level up a whole bunch. Also gonna go to Dr. Google. Let's see if that is something we have to do. Oops. Silly PS3 system. Okay, we need to beat her, otherwise I think we lose the possibility. And of course, this is still borked. Okay. Oops, and talk to her. Let's try this again. Okay, let's see if she goes in for the death blow again. See how you improved. So she might just be on the defense. Which means... God, how does rock, paper, scissors stuff work with this again? I'm gonna consult the game manual. So yeah, man, 1v1s are just so different. Nope, it says nothing, so. Because it absolutely is like a rock, paper, scissor system. Let's see if we can check online. 3 duels. Oh, this is the full-on how to cheat. Attack beats defend, defend beats death blow beats attack. Okay. So, I think she has attack right now. Yeah, so let's do an attack on her. Okay, good. Shouldn't feel too proud of yourself just yet. She's gonna do death blow, which means we do defense. That was good. This is taking too long. Which means she's defending. Yes, I'm absolutely using a guide. Now I'll get you back. She's going to attack, so we death blow. That was good, but probably the best you can do. Now I'll get you back. She is going to then attack, so death blow. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and just also the fact that basically one hit from her squishes us. That was good, but probably the best you can do. Which means, yep, she was doing her defense again, so attack. Now I'll get you back. Which means we can death blow. Nicely finished. Yay! We did it! So, you've improved your form. It was the only way to get by. So it is. Ayami, why did you come here? It shouldn't have been you. Came to kill you. You were so taken by that woman's words. I'll put you out of your misery. Your life has as much meaning now as old snakeskin. You deserve to be destroyed by my hand. Oh, look. He thinks I'll just wander away. Do you think you would spare me from a meaningless life by leaving me here like this? If you're set on killing me, then your life does have meaning. But I will kill you. Get it through your thick skull. If it happens, it happens. Sorry for the trouble, but make room for one more. No, sorry, there isn't. It's just one of my old tags from last game we were playing. I can update that. Be cool to see definitely some randomize on that here. I'm just gonna update that like that. Use Game Shark cheats to give me max money and max skill points because I hate lottery system in this game. Find it fun to grind for skill points. Yeah, I do my best not to grind. I usually let all my grinding and stuff come from like just me going around and exploring in the game. Like I definitely like to do like the treasure hunting and fighting the tougher bosses. Like I think maybe when I did a playthrough back in the 2000s, I had one where like I ran around and circled the fields. But no, we wanna get through and have fun with the game. But okay. Oh, Iomi went off to the thing. Oh yeah, I could easily see that for those ones. Oops, I just autoed this. Yeah, I don't mind auto. Definitely a randomizer for 1 or 2 look like they could be fun. I mean, I still really need to do legitimate, like, even just casual playthroughs of 1 and 2. Like, big time. Just because, like, I've played to death, like, 3, 4, 5, and even Tactics a little bit. But, like, I know that, yeah, no, like, the 1 and 2 are, like, the ones to definitely go after. I can definitely see, though, how, like, randomizers in this stuff could be fun. I mean, definitely, like, characters swapping around, having, like, you know, higher level characters join your party earlier on. Potentially with, like, all sorts of different gear on them. Like, I mean, yeah, like, you could have crap gear on them, but, like, you could also have, like, highly defensive gear, so like you could just blast through like all the fights and all through the war stuff. So okay, our next pit stop is gonna be Heitu Mountain. I should be letting these guys go. They're doing nothing for us, except wasting time. This is definitely where in 4 and 5, I mean, I know I'm like a record on repeat, but like the flash / instant win ability is so much better. The other thing I really enjoy in 5 is you get the kind of extra party pool of SP. Let go. Where you just get like an extra bank of SP points to dump into. I don't think you can exactly take skill points from a character and put it in there. I think it just only comes from the end of battle. But I mean, definitely in something like this where like, hey, like we've already maybe finished Ace, we can then have like the SP skills go to other people. Spent my childhood playing 1 and 2. Flick and Victor were better father figures. Aw. Actual Dad, I didn't play 4 completely until like last week. I played 3 last year and had mixed feelings. Tactics, I literally quit a few days ago because I lost a save. Oh yeah, that sucks. I mean, that's definitely like always the thing with like your tactical games is that, yeah, no, like, you're usually putting sometimes, like, a good hour into, like, one fight. And I remember with that game, what was it? You usually just had, like, so much also extra exposition and stuff to get through. And yeah, losing those fights just wasn't the best. I just have mixed feelings about 4. Because although ship combat stuff is, like, kind of cool, it takes forever for it to, like, really get going. And I don't know, like, I appreciate that, yeah, some of it does feed into Suikoden 1 and stuff as well. But I just found that, hey, like, something like 5 was just much more of a banger. And just had, like, more sub-characters and stuff that, like, I cared about a little bit more. I feel like some of, like, the sub-characters and stuff in 4 are kind of forgettable. Okay, right, Mount Heitu. That's where I wanted to go to next. I might just throw a save in here first. Oh, back through these plains again. Nope. Four was sad for you. Luca was a monster. Oh yeah. Winnie was a monster. Luke was a troubled dude. Double monster stuff. Graham Cray just wanted the rune back so he could see his son again. Visions, the rune gives you a previous pairs. Oh yeah, like, ultimately, like, the story plays out, like, pretty well. I don't think I have complaints about the story itself. Doing not double. And yeah, like, because what, like, it's also going on to, like, you know, the foundation of, like, Scarlet Moon Empire and all of that, and just, like, how it kind of, like, all works out. Plus, like, when you start exploring more into, like, the backstory stuff. Plus, also, it has, you know, an alright, cool, or, like, an alright rivalry, you know, with you and, Snow is his name? It's actually been a while since I've last played 4. Also, yeah, we're finding our next character up in here. Yeah. Snow, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, I think maybe it's down the other way we get him. Go. You know, it's... Oh, Twitch Mobile, shout out, man. Type 1 in chat if you're tuning in on Twitch Mobile. Let go. Type 1 or exclamation point. Or A. Also, what is it? I had the comment earlier as well, because there's also Pauline. I think that's her name, or Paula. You know, another elf character in a Suikoden game. Because, I mean, definitely, yeah, my 1 and 2 lore is rusty. I think, like, it's in 1 that you actually come across, like, actual elven villages and stuff. And then elves throughout the entire series is just like, yeah, there's one here in this game. Why they're all the way out here, who knows? And... no, not here. Okay, we gotta go down another dead end. So some absolutely massive future events, but they never... yeah... I mostly throw that at, you know, unfortunately, this whole franchise being in the hands of Konami. Because, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, they leave things off here, with, like, the 5 main True Runes and stuff. I mean, I'm not wanting to get too much into spoiler territory and everything for right now. I should maybe push that in my tags as well. Nope, this is the wrong dead end. Instead of a tree. Right. But yeah, no, like, it sets up the stuff with, like, the 5 True Runes in here, or the 5 main elemental True Runes. And then you get all the other kind of cool stuff, with 4 and kind of, like, some of, like, the crueler True Runes out there. Like, especially Ted. I'm a big fan of Ted. And then finally... with like 5 and leading up, you get some of like the really dangerous True Runes as well that like change the shape of nations. But then ultimately, yeah, no, we're just left here holding on to stuff. Oh no, all good. I mean, just with the playthrough we've done, like we've already seen him, and the kind of antagonistic group of the game has been revealed. Oh, you're still... oh. Okay, Thomas is still chicken of going down that way. I also keep on doing, like, spoiler teases of stuff all throughout, so... you already came this way. No, this is the other. Can we not find our puppers? That's annoying. Because, yeah, the one character around in here that we're trying to recruit, Koromaru, is a little puppers. But if he's down at the end of the way that we're not currently being allowed to go explore, that sucks. I'm gonna have one last look back down this way, but... not worrying about picking that. Okay, I'm 100% sure he's not down here. I thought maybe as well that, like... or no, wait. I'm thinking of something else. Care about backseating, or like, not negative backseating, but like talking about techniques. Oh, no, I mean, chat away, man. It's what we're all here to do on Twitch. Or I guess I suppose not, but no, I don't mind it at all. I mean, definitely if there's faster ways to get around into this game with some stuff, absolutely. And talking about like other strats and stuff. Also, yeah, for like the most part, this kind of casual playthrough stuff, I'm mostly just going off of memory. I think that was maybe like the second guide we kind of just looked up for ourselves, just so that we could kind of get through. But everything else was just everything else we've been doing so far is just any and all the strats that I came up with, you know, back in like 2003 and stuff, and you know what information was available on the internet back then. Which is to say, anything I might have glossed off of GameFAQs.com. I don't know if I have access to yellow scarves just yet. Oh, but I do, yeah, suppose that, will negate off of his sleep status for him. The counter strategy that I have on him right now is I have this Firefly rune on him, so that like enemies go for him first to wake him up, and I mean just with the enemies and everything that are currently just attacking us don't do very minimal damage. But you know, definitely, you know, if it comes to like the war scenes and stuff, it's better for him to be off his ass. I suppose I could swap it off of Watari, because he has one. Yeah, that might actually be worth it. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's always like the extra interesting thing with like a lot of characters is that like I don't know what it was, but I just found in this game the amount of like magic rune users is like a very small pool of like who's actually really effective at using whichever spells or not. And all the rest, it's more so, okay, like use up an interesting combination of like physical or defending type of runes. So like what else was there? I don't think of anything else on like these guys for right now. But I might actually just keep that yellow scarf. Oh yeah. I mean that's absolutely it, right? Like once Juan is actually off of his ass, he then goes out and like just punishes everybody. I think we find those scarves in other villages, but oh, actually, I just had the idea. If we have access to those lower caves here in Lizard Hollow, we can get that other mining dude. I forget what he does. Oh, I think he actually does attack in this game. But, because, what is it? With one, he doesn't have continual attack just yet, but, I mean, we're still baby levels, as I just call him for Thomas's gang here. I think we should be fine exploring down here. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and also like alternatively to like some of the other games, characters move freely around on the battlefield. Because if I also remember right, for everybody's static in place, like everybody's on either like left and right side. It's the same for like 1 and 2. Also, yeah, we found our one recruitable character. And it was for 5. I mean, they have different strategical systems, but in here you're thinking about, okay, how do people lining up on the battlefield best optimize, like, you know, blocking off enemies to, like, your back row characters, kind of. But then also getting it so that, like, your people who can attack a lot get out in front to deal that damage. Twyken, what do you want? Don't get too close, or you'll be in trouble. What are you doing? This? I'm expanding the bottom floor. Expanding? You're digging it by yourself? Wow, that's incredible. Of course. I did all the calculations myself, and I'm doing all the digging myself. Ah. Here comes another pest. To get to the enemy that you have to work around too. It's cool. Oh yeah. Which is like why, you know, for certain people you want to like have that extra holy dash thing on. So, yep. Aw, thanks for the follow. Super appreciate it. Oh, hi, Gink. Hold it right there. How dare you dig without approval, Mole Man? Gah! It's not very nice to call me Mole Man. I prefer Dwarf. Hey, I warned you about this before, just the other day. Yeah, dwarves, other kind of rare people around in this world. Don't get your boots in a bind. I'm not doing anything wrong. What do you mean? Yeah, that might have been the wrong response. Nothing. It's nothing. See? Ah, yes. Well, we can't have you making holes everywhere. Come on, I dug you up a fabulous equipment store, didn't I? I said, no, you, over there. If this one starts digging again, come and tell me. You hear? Gah, he wasn't too pleased. Maybe I'll just stop for today. I see you're a dwarf. I tried not to get too lonely. I keep busy digging. I dug all the way from the Toran Republic, you know? Join my group? If I do, can I keep digging holes? If so, I'll join right away. Sure. Buddha Castle will be needing repairs. Alright, it's decided then. Twykin is joined. Animal Clan? Yeah. This one is ducks, lizards, 1 and 2 had kobolds, 4 had nay kobolds, and 5 had... yeah, the beavers. Oh, man. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the beavers. Even though, what was it? Actually, what is it? I found that, like, the fighting-wise, the beavers and the dogs in this game are kind of, like, comparable. But, I mean, yeah, just like the beavers in that. What else did you really have in 5? I'm forgetting just for right now. But I don't know, like I definitely appreciate that, you know. You know, fantasy games not having like humans in them, right? Because, you know, humans are boring. Humans have been done a bajillion times. Let's see other creatures and peoples and stuff too. It's way more fun. Ooh, which was why actually, what was it? When Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy came out and it was like only humans and no elves and no dwarves, that left a bad taste in my mouth. Because I loved me some of the FF1 elves and dwarves. Okay, oh, we can actually hit up the trading post while we're here. Not that I think we have anything to trade away. Anything to sell? Ooh. Yeah, this goes for just... Oops, we have 3. Crystal balls we hang on to. Anything we could take back to Buddha Huck? I'm trying to think if we want to be striking back out to Buddha Huck or heading someplace else. Oh, crystal balls. Get some more of those. Also, yeah, holy melons. Went for a crazy amount. Books usually sell best here. Flutes, no. Fur, usually best at Duck Hollow. And holly berries. A diverse cast. I like it even more when they tackle tough subjects like race within the world. Witcher did that super well. Oh, yeah, no, I mean... Witcher is, like, crazy because it goes both, like, what? Both within, like, Geralt's actual world, like, elves are cast down to, like, slaves and have genocide committed upon them, yet amongst the stars, the elves themselves are, like, the ruling classes. So it's, yeah, like, it's definitely interesting to see that there. I mean, that's where, like, as well, like, I'm a fan of, like, X-Men stuff. Because that's where it comes down to. It's just like, yeah, like, you have, like, some mutants who look like Scott Summers or Jean Grey, and it's just like, oh, you guys still just look like humans. And then you have, like, people like Angel or Beast and all that. And it's just like, yeah, no, they definitely don't look the same, but definitely, you know, I'm not going to say outclass regular humans, but I mean, definitely they are much more fun and diverse to play with. Let these guys go. I'm trying to think of any other sort of, like, modern games where you get kind of more, like, diverse races and stuff like that. Because honestly, like, it's hard to think of stuff. I mean, there was kind of Dragon Age as well, creating a unique position for Witcher when they're, like, hated but also kind of revered at the same time. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, yeah, because, like, they kind of helped initially shape the world and have magics and stuff, from upon which, like, all like the sorcerers and stuff learned everything from. Which is why, just as well, like, a lot of elves have hard prejudices against humans in The Witcher. And then, like, you just have other goofy people, like, kind of like the dwarves, who are definitely all about, like, just drinking and getting paid and stuff, getting paid and getting laid. It's wild if you play through it. Female elven mage, you'll get all the isms sort of. Oh, I can only imagine. So, but I found that in terms of just gameplay mechanical wise, I was so much just more so drawn to The Witcher and had more fun there than Dragon Age Inquisition. So. Plus, yeah, unfortunately, Dragon Age Inquisition was, just in my own personal opinion, the start of the downfall of BioWare. Because after that, it was then Mass Effect Andromeda and then Anthem. Which, I mean, the definitely far cries from the age of, you know, Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect 2. But that's more so just being critical of just the mechanical games themselves, not so much like the story stuff. Because yeah, definitely Dragon Age has so much crazy story crammed into it. Okay, I think we're just gonna finish up doing one quick run to Duck Village and then head all the way back to Budahuk. Much better than Witcher 2 and 3, yeah. that still is one other thing that always draws me just to games. Is just like, just how much of, like, an actual good functioning game is there in here? At some points, I mean, that's the only reason why I still will play and will sometimes be addicted to, like, Kingdom Hearts games. Because, oh man, the overarching story of that entire world infuriates me, but hot damn if it isn't fun just mashing X and casting magic and killing all things. Okay, almost at Duck Village. trying to think of as well is not that we have one yet in this game, but if the skunk rune also has the out of battle ability to drive off lower level encounters. Because I think maybe that was a thing in 4 or 5. I can't remember. Inquisition was definitely the start of downfall, and that story is told in the technology. Inquisition was done in Frostbite. Ooh, yeah, Frostbite. It's hard to make an RPG on, so the gameplay suffered. Then you look at how they recycled the mechanics in the games that followed. Oh yeah, no. Frostbite came to really come back and bite the global or umbrella of EA companies in the ass so hard, because that engine was designed for one type of kind of like genre game, and that was FPS. For everything else, no. It broke the Anthem team. It broke the Andromeda team. I don't know how Inquisition was able to ship as it was able to. It did, and apparently it was good enough that it did get its Game of the Year award. But definitely, you know, it was its writing and stuff that carried it. Sell. Oh, baby, let's make that money. Sugar sells better here. And hollyberries will maybe do best back in BNA if we go there again. Okay, anything here we can take back. We are heading back to Budahuk. Sometimes these do better. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Ooh, also, Thomas finally has a pool of money. Actually. Oh, yeah, the one chef girl we need to get a dish from. I don't have an Amine. And the girl in the back of the inn, let me go talk to her. I don't know if she's locked behind story beats or just needing something on hand. Oh, she's out here now. Yo, let's recruit. Sane Y, please accept these as a token of my appreciation. No, really, I said I don't want them. I didn't expect anything in return. My parents would be ashamed of me if I showed such bad manners. Is something the matter? There's no reason to repay me for such a small favor. I feel bad about that. This man retrieved my glasses after I dropped them in the pond. So as a token of my appreciation, I thought I'd give him a gift, but... You can see how grateful you are. I'm sure he knows how grateful you are. Okay, I'm sorry if I went too far. Thank you for your kind advice. Goodbye, then. Thank you for sorting out our spat. My things are back at the inn. I should get going. Will you join my group? Hey, little girl, come with me to my faraway magical castle. No. It would be great if you would join my group. Kindness often comes back to you. Even my parents said that he was blessed. I think that's maybe a bit of a mistranslate. Even my parents said that he was blessed with good friends in the past. Probably should be father in there instead. If there's anything I can do, please let me help. Sane Y joined. Sweet. Well, that was easy. And then the other person who is here, Actually, let's check out item shops. Oh yeah, she's up top there. Buy? Silverbeak is only good on ducks. Her dad is from 2. If I can remember properly, as I've said, my knowledge of 2 is very, very lacking. I think I've had like the briefest review of like its cast of characters once. And I mean that's totally like the whole thing with this game is it very much asks you at the very beginning if you want to import data from number 2, which carries over like a bunch of stats and stuff from 2 into characters who carry into this game. Freedwy. Freedy. That's I can see how maybe probably lots of people call him Freedy. Plain Amour. I think do a safety save, even though, I don't know, I'm not expecting any battle trouble or anything for a while. Also, I think Thomas has had that depleted HP pool for like almost an hour now. Fur flies are fine. We probably could have collected, you know, a whole 5 SP by now with doing battles, but like, yeah, they just come in so low. And I would rather us get to objectives and points instead than wasting time on baby battles. Do. Let go. I really wish we had that shortcut. From there to Yaza, but no. At least Brass Castle is easy enough to get through. Plus, we can always say hi to our favorite trader. Oh, what's the new rumor going around? Oh, still melons. Salt, candles, Asian herbs. I'm not too worried about them right now. Also, yeah, we finally cleared out all recruitable people from here. I had totally forgotten about Arthur as well, but he's the newspaper person here. Definitely like the newspaper reporter that you get for like your castles and stuff in here definitely are great for like that extra flavor text whenever you're kind of playing through these games, and like you're getting more kind of like feedback and character insight on events that like you normally wouldn't get, like just going through like regular cutscenes and stuff. Let's go, Thomas. This was another thing I enjoyed, I think, in 5 naturally. I think it might have been 4 as well. Was like the speed up option. And you could just like zip back and forth across your in-game maps. Let him go! Okay. Expecting as soon as we get back, we're going to be prompted by cutscene because we did make that stop in Ixe Village. And there was the one Zexen dude there who was rather dismissive of Budahuk Castle. Yeah, here we go. Coming back with this ragtag bunch of people. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I just got word that a Zexen counselor's coming to this Budahuk Castle. Did you by chance run into him? I don't know. I wouldn't have recognized who he was anyways. You did, Thomas. Don't be a liar. Ah, yes, I see your point. Let's check in on the people that we recruited and how they kind of all clock into the game. Let's just take out our silent boy. Okay, Ayami is also level 20. Ooh. Also, we got Melville. Twykin, who is our... Oh, she also has the subsect of healing. Interesting. Let's bring in... Do I maybe want to swap Augustine for... Oh, yeah. No, we just we just basically came all the way back to Budahuk Castle, so... Oh yes, and we're gonna have a Zexen counselor come visit us in a moment. I'm trying to remember if through Juan we can access training for other people. No, I don't think we can. We've been streaming now for what? Just a bit over 2 hours now? So sleepy. Yeah, no, we can't access other people. For shame. Streaming, are you asking like just for tonight or just like in general on Twitch? General on Twitch. Peggy can jump in that. Actually, yeah, let's get people. So actually with like getting really into the game of streaming since all of the end of March. I just had finally built a computer for myself that can actually handle all the specifications and ability to do some like halfway decent streaming on. So yeah, no, just been plowing through it as best I can for like the last month or so. Definitely though want to do it a lot more because I find it's fun to do and allows me to play games like this with without feeling like I'm neglecting like my backlog or anything like that. Or I guess this is a good excuse to access the backlog. Okay, Watari usually stands there. So Ayami, where does Ayami usually stand? Somewhere else. You'll find him in the forest towards on McKinnon. Landis, keep a spot in your party open and go there. Okay. Oh, so yeah, there's now Alanis. Do I maybe need a spot open for... Okay, we're gonna freaking look up this little boy. If I can spell Suikoden 3 Koroku. Recruitment, Mountain High 2. Take the first left, then the next left. Speak the dog hiding on the left side of the screen. For real? Okay. I want to go get Doggo Pal because doggos are best. Actually, yeah, let's also figure out where exactly Alanis is at. Also, my own game. My headphones keep crapping. I really need not 10-year-old headphones. Oh, here's Saniwai. We're practicing. Stand back. It's dangerous. You say we're as in the plural. Who else are you practicing with, girl? I mean, it's cool that you're practicing, but... Pretty quick on this. Very verbal. Never any dead air, and that's really good thing for streamer. Oh yeah, no. Definitely tricks of the trade. I mean, I also do a little bit of podcasting on the side as well with some friends, so I mean, definitely you'll learn quick. Fill dead air with whatever sometimes. And the nice bonus with games is usually they sometimes give you lots to do. Extra bonus thing with RPGs is usually you're just thinking about so many ongoing things with just like, okay, how do I want to set up party and stuff, or you know, how do I want to do some metagaming things so that we're really well planned ahead. And I also just remembered that I think upon us trying to leave, we're going to be prompted with plots while I try to go get a doggo. Nope, we're cool. I think it just goes if we go back to Ixay, we might run into him again. And yeah, man, try to keep up the good vibes too. You know, you don't really want to come onto like especially smaller Twitch streams for like bad vibes. You know, because like this is still definitely in your smaller streams. It's still very much that one-on-one approaches as opposed to like your streamers that have like thousands of viewers. Stream tunes sometimes it's just like wrapped up in the game. Go silent. No, I totally get that too. I mean, sometimes you just have dead streams where like sometimes you don't even have a lot of other people on, and you'll just be like focused down, or just sometimes you'll have a day. You know, that's totally a thing too. Or you just get wrapped up in the game and just, you know, depending on just, you know, what you might be doing with said game. Like I know definitely what is it like lots of speedrunners out there, ones who are still just learning and like trying to get good. Like they don't really look at chat too much, like they have it on there. And I know as well, like other streamers, like they don't have like cams or mics on because like, you know, sometimes they're just camera shy too. But you know, definitely I'm on here so that, you know, I can have fun playing games and share that with other people. Okay, we need to get this dog. Unfortunately, this is a game where you cannot pet the dog. You can have the dog fight, and we can get other doggos as well, but that is all. Okay. We gotta do 2 lefts, which we have super access to. We just totally missed the dog. No, we don't fight little things like you. Actually, speaking of Witcher 3, I think if you play the Switch version, the grass and brush effects are very much like this, but that's purely due to technicals. Okay. We need to really look around in here. There he is! Finally! Aw, he's just a scared little guy. Arroo! Adopted Buddha Hug, yes. Arroo! Kuroku has joined 108 stars. Heck yes. That's it. That was like highlight of the stream. Got the dog. Although I think he does come to us at like level 1 or something. Well, now that we have him, we now have some more people to find too. I shouldn't say people. We have more furry friends to find. So, let me just make sure that is up. Oh, there we go. My back chair cushion sometimes slips down more toward my lower back. Which, I mean, it's okay, but it's better in my mid-back. Okay. Way too much running around, but at least we're not being bombarded as much by random encounters. Do we first check on to see if we can go get more doggos, or do we prompt plot? I feel like we should prompt a little bit of plot. I mean, the thing I really want to prompt most is recruiting somebody back in the mountain path, but that does not happen until I think we've completed people's chapters 3s. Or at least not until we've completed Hugo's, Geddoe's, and Chris's chapter 3s. Actually, it might also require Thomas's chapter 3 as well. Okay, we come back to Lake Castle. What does our doggo boy hang out? I thought he would usually hang out at the front with Cecile. Let's scene and okay, he comes in at level 5. I wish you could better access some stuff. A Roo boy. I'm totally blanking on where the doggos usually hang out at. It's somewhere around the castle. Let's also go check in on plot. Thomas, we're in big trouble. A counselor's here. You must hurry. Hurry? What am I supposed to do? You've got to do something. No doubt he's here because the council has a problem with us opening the place up for business. The least we can do is apologize and try to win him over. Are you the castle master here? I heard you were young, but you're just a kid. Yes. I think I remember you from the village of Ixe. Dang, homeboy remembered. I see what's going on. Is something the matter? It's rather obvious why your castle looks so run down. You're out in the middle of nowhere. Don't you have trouble with savages attacking you here? By savages, you mean grasslanders, don't you? How dare you? I don't appreciate being talked down to by some lazy bureaucrat. Maybe I should show you how savage I am. What? Now that you mention it, you do look like a grassland barbarian. That could only mean not only are you carrying out business without proper approval of the council, you're also allowing savages to profit from it. This is shocking indeed. Dude, this guy's a dick. Please stop referring to them as savages. We have a mixed community at our castle. This land is held commonly by Grassland and the Zexen Federation. Everyone is equal here. I understand that's an arrangement here, but... Yes, it is. So could I trouble you to leave us be? No, I can't. Your arrangement is over a decade old. Meanwhile, you've received funding from us, so we have certain rights and rules that must be obeyed. Ha! What you call funding wouldn't shoe a horse, let alone support an entire community. We've been forced to find income. What did you say? You heard me. Don't mind her. You're right. You are right indeed. Well then, by authority of the council, I hereby give notice. Any business carried out here that is not controlled by the guild is subject to the laws of the Zexen. All business is to cease, and business establishments are to be closed immediately. This order is also retroactive to all businesses previously established. Yo, dude, get out of here. Huh? What do you mean by retroactive? Seems that you've been carrying out unauthorized business on Zexen territory for some time. Therefore, no business will be exempt from closure. You have no right to do this. Our document is valid and proves this is common land. You'd be sentencing everyone to death. We'd have no way to go on. The castle would fall into ruin. Zexen laws don't apply here. Well, not only is the master of the castle not a Zexen citizen, but he also thinks he's above the law. You may cause a lot of trouble for your father by being such a spoiled brat. As you are his illegitimate child, your mere presence here is putting him in a tenuous position. Well, Thomas. I believe I made myself clear. You'll not be allowed to trouble your father any more than you already have. Trouble him? But of course my intentions are nothing of the sort. What you're doing right now casts a bad light on him. We couldn't care less about this property's past standing. It's Zexen now. Dude, where are dead bodies? Right? But we offer you legal proof that this land is open to all, even non-Zexens. That parchment isn't worth the dust it's covered in. Have your things packed and prepare to evacuate the premises by the time I return. But, sir... Some dude just wandering in just saying, oh, we're gonna make some laws here. Snap out of it, Thomas. We'll figure out a way. We need to think fast. Right. Thank you, Cecile. I have nowhere to go if I lose the woof over my head. Mudo is sometimes the best. I can't move now. I'm too old and tired to move. Let me worried about it. I won't let them get away with this. Hell yeah. Let's go to war. Okay. I just got to AFK for one moment. So as you need, definitely take a water break, bio break as you do, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay. I'm back. Ugh. Yes, I have my nice little warm blankie on me. Okay, so what is actually happening now in the village? We'll have to see if, like, people actually vacated. Okay, good. The shops are still here. Well, and yeah, obviously we still have... Oh yeah, we still have access to, like, all sorts of people. Okay, cool. Hello? I'm sorry, what? Spoilers for our own casual playthrough of this. Hi, Hugo and Co. Welcome, visitors. Thank you. Aren't you that portly fellow's son? Who, Mr. Sebastian? No, I'm afraid not. This place has a Zexen influence. In style only. It's old, but very nicely built. I suppose Zexen architectural designs are better than Tinto's. But Tinto is better at everything else. There she goes again. Enjoy your stay, regardless. Hugo, thank you. Can't say I like the noise outside, though. I'd sure like to find a bed to sleep in tonight. This was built in Zexen style, but it feels more inviting. Well, yeah, because it's not stone everywhere, right? Can we get back to... We can talk to... Just them, okay. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like, what happened with Geddoe when they popped up during his chapter. Okay, I wanted to go talk to Kid. So we could figure out if we can get more doggos. There we go. Mudo's here. Do I have anything I need to drop off? Oh, also, he needs to get... Can he equip anything? Oh, Mudo is elsewhere. Oh, here's Ayami. Feeble. Also, I heard the digging noises. Oh, yeah. He's like digging over not here. Digging in here. Well, we must go south to reach our destination. It's Toran. Also, just like spooky ghosts, man. There's Kid. Previous person. She is at the Great Hall. She is a friend of Melville and Elliot. Oh, we can maybe go get her. Watching and chatting. No, that's fair. No, definitely get grub. No, we don't have other doggos available to us just yet, I think. I think I might have him go find out where the heck Hortaz is at. Also, we have any other lurkers in chat for tonight? You know, type 1 if you're just lurking tonight. Always appreciated. I think Kuroko normally hangs out here near Juan, maybe. Also, I think Kuroko is like, yeah, he's like Fubar, in which like he doesn't have weapon. He is the weapon. But yeah, let's see what we can maybe teach our dog. Swing is good. Absolutely average. Could be much worse. So that means repel is good. Won't be easy. Absolutely average. Okay, so we'll teach him swing. So we can do more biting. And also, yeah, Holy Dash. Oh, let's go check in with Irene and see, see if he's a magic dog at all. Also, I didn't need to actually talk to Juan in order to prop that, because he's in our party. Oh, I think also if I go and try to leave, everybody's gathered out front there. Maybe not. Maybe they're all upstairs somewhere else. This is not where we go and swap people out. Because yeah, I want to grab Melville and Elliot quick. So that maybe we can get Alanis. And, you know, thankfully we got Melville all leveled up when we had him for, you know, that whole half an hour in Hugo's Chapter 1. Okay, oh, yeah, like, it's just Melville. Because he's the only one who fights currently, and... Does Elliot have actual... Dude, Potch Finder and Treasure Hunter. Arthur... Treasure Hunt and actually decent appraisal. Okay. But no, we need Elliot. Let's also go hit up our smithy. Because I think we can crank up Melville a little bit more. Also, Mudo kind of disappearing from the warehouse is... interesting. It's prompting me to maybe look around somewhere else for him to see what he's up to. Peggy, 12. Forge up. Melville, he's just level 5. Okay. He got a treasure sword, yo! And we'll do one more. We're gonna do... this formation-wise for now, because yeah, I think we're gonna pop off 1 or 2 battles so that Kuroku can have some level ups, get a little bit more HP in his pool. Oh, let's also hit up while we can, because I think maybe the shops do disappear for like a moment or two here. No, none of that stuff can go on. Okay. Oh, I did actually need to restock on some antitoxin. Okay, party items though. I'm not sure what else we can throw on Doggo. Because, yeah, it was none of that stuff. Oh, I also forgot I can go decorate the castle as well with some more actual nice vases and some fail vases. But anyways, we're gonna go get a little girl out of the hole of lizards. Oop. Oh boy. Okay, so the trick actually is have y'all do this. Have just you guys defend right now. Oh yeah, you have to win of course, stunned. Ooh. Actually, Melville coming in with the hot damage. Yeah, but... well, it's funny, we have both Mel and Melville. Just a couple of mils. Okay, so that should be good for... Dang, only one? Shoot. I guess relatively, yeah, this is still like baby enemies here. I just didn't realize that they were that much baby. I can't think of anywhere else really that will have better options for us to... maybe some of these guys will help. Oh, actually... Yeah, you set some of that on him, Kuroku. Good doggo. He's awake. All the spiders are gonna attack him. Nice move. Huh. Auto. He just comes in with one hit and just levels them. But I mean, yeah, that's the bonus effect of waking up Berserk. Yeah, we're gonna do that, because they still are just little baby enemies. Okay, now it goes, I kind of want Thomas to have some tougher enemies in this chapter. Oh, though I think it's put in place that they aren't. Just for kind of the upcoming war we have to do. I totally also would not have thought that Alanis would have relocated here.
Were you stuck in there all day?
Okay, where is she gonna be? Oh, all the way at the back there. Alanis? Melville? And Elliot, too. Wow, Alanis, what are you doing here? And you, too. In this place. An acquaintance? Oh, well, we knew each other back in Vina del Zexen. You were supposed to move away with your family. I did, but then, oh, how can I explain it all? Is her dad the lizard? No. Ah, little one Alanis. Are these your friends? Bring them around later. We'll eat the best manticra. Manticra? Manticra. You bet. I wouldn't miss that for anything. Thanks, Uncle. What did you call him? What did you call him? You're related to the Lizard Clan? He's not my real uncle. I call him that because of all the nice things he did for me once we were brought here. It's a long story. That's what happened. We moved, but then the battles broke out. We were screwed. It's hard to believe you're a prisoner of the Lizard Clan. Yeah, I'm a prisoner, but it's not that bad. I can go anywhere in the Great Hollow. I was scared of the Lizard Clan at first, but not now. The worst part is that my father can't run his business. You can see if the Lizard Clan will let you bring her family to Budohut Castle. The Lizard Clan has soldiers at Budohut too. Maybe her family could stay there instead. Imagine Thomas saying, it's not within my power. He's the castle master. Okay then, let's see what they say. Really? Alright! Can you fix it so my parents can leave too? I'll hope for the best, but try not to be disappointed if they say no. Come on, Thomas, you can do it. You've already wheeled and dealed so much. Farewell. Good luck at Budoha Castle. Don't eat anything funky. Thanks for everything, Uncle. You've been so sweet. I won't forget you. No one can make friends like you can, Alanis. Oh, I'm nothing special. Thanks for your help. You're a real leader. All the thanks should go to that soldier over there. He's the one they trusted. We became lifelong friends right off the bat. Oh, OBS, don't crash on me now. Uncle. Thank you, everyone. I have to go tell my parents. The good news, Budoha Castle. Budoha Castle. I might need a little time. Wait for me. Recruited a little girl into our war efforts. Hey, isn't that a war crime? By Earth standards? Yes, it is. Oh, Kuroku got up to level 11? Wait, did he get up to that from the more baby battles? Yo, that's crazy. I guess he gets more so skill off of the, skill points off of fighting the badder enemies of the area. Or the... What do they call it again? Just like an area boss or something. Also, I had completely forgotten to go and talk to Ernie to see if Kuroku can do anything magic-wise. Also, where did we leave off with Melville skills? Lots of stuff. He's actually a little powerhouse of a dude. I think the only thing was I might have had left him open for potentially magic. I mean, could be much worse, could be much worse. Absolutely average, could be much worse. I mean, across the board, he's a little fighter dude. I guess he's designed himself that way to be like his idol of Boris. So I guess let's auto this and get Kuroku some levels. Yay! Thomas can one-shot enemies. Interesting. If we really wanted to, we could run up to North Cave, and there's like the, there is a treasure chest there with a boss guarding it, but like the treasure chest itself is empty. Yeah, let's take these guys down. Kuroku, you can actually get in on the action. I mean, yeah, these are little squishy level 1 guys. Oh, that's garbage. Yeah, but basically any appraisable items you get off of enemies here are just garbage, and they cost more money to appraise than it's worth selling them. Also, Elliot, you finding Potch for us, buddy? Ooh, a spooter dude. Just want to make sure we have a tough doggo. Okay, back into Lake Castle. I think it goes, we just have to go to a certain area in the castle to prompt what happens next. Oh, I was just thinking about another character we can recruit, but we can only do it as Hugo. Oh, he's sticking back there. Also, we got a kid here. He's always roaming around towns. Well, that wasn't of any use to us. Okay. Emily comes along when we get Butch, and we don't get him until like chapter 3. So in the meantime, let's learn about people. Who's fun to learn about? Augustine. We learn that he comes from a different universe where absolutely handsome men are valued above all else and have magical powers that make it look like ghosts are fighting for them. Actually, his case would be more so he can control magical light from his hands and uses it to strike down vampires. Thomas, what the hell are we doing? I think we are actually swapping some people around and then going up to see Ernie in the library, because I've actually finally remembered that that's who we want to see. So for that, we don't need Cecile. But we will take Atlantis. Who is also, yes, still but a squishy baby. Oh, also, I have decorations to put all over the place. Sell it on Earn here. Nice plant face. It's too bad that you can't put rugs out anywhere. I believe there was two spots. Oh, yeah, there's. Nee and Roland in love. Forbidden love between elves. The traveling busker Nee is in love. The object of her affection is Roland of the Zexen Knights. The two were recently witnessed talking at night by the edge of the ship. According to a witness, Roland, who usually does not show any emotions, was listening to Nee, smiling. To our elves, so it's no wonder that they have fallen in love. They mentioned, we talked, but there was nothing more, responding to an interview by this newspaper. On the other hand, Roland didn't change his expression when he was interviewed, said the paper should investigate more serious matters. Let's see what happens between the two. Absolute puff piece. You kidding me, Arthur? You're talking about elves hooking up? I mean, I totally get it. A nice little fail earn there, and also one here. Really ties the walls together. Okay. Okay, testing out aptitude. Alanis? Yeah, definitely fire magic is her thing. Oh, she is innately shield magic, okay. No denying talent. Wow, just kidding. Average. We'd be proud. Interesting. So 50 40s. I just want to compare that to any final physical stuff she can maybe take on. 60 50s. Repel, Holy Dash. Maybe this, cause like, yeah, we'll take this on for her. Might as well. And then we should, she has a fire rune on, so let's actually train her up on it. Oh, he can actually also raise up some of his magic resistance. His, like, one and only good kind of magic skill. Also, yeah, she needs, like, I mean, both water and, oh, we're just 1 point off. Also, yes, you're fire magic. I mean, isn't that hilarious as well? Like, we're getting all the fiery people, but, like, one thing they can't do is that. Okay, for you, my dude, I mean, you can't even equip a rune yet. So we'll worry about that later. And we just wanted to see if you can maybe do fire magic. But we will also hold off because we have no fire runes. Oh, I think, oh, I have all the kids in my party. I think they usually hang out in this room, too. Okay, let's get this party started. Oh, I wanted to go and upgrade her weapon as well, super quick. And also, Muto ran away for a second, so I'm not exactly sure what I can do equipment-wise for her. Yo, Peggy 18 can sharpen that. Oh, we don't have a discount person on us. Because, yeah, Elliot is more so about finding treasure and not really bartering. So let's swap him out for someone who does like bartering. Oh, excuse me. See you later. He does discount, Martha does better discount. Come on. Okay, well, just mostly see if the kids have good equipment on them, and then try to find our next plot point. Because it's kind of hiding from us right now. I don't know if we have to go back to Ixay, or maybe go to, like, Thomas's room or something. Dominique, my friend! Lots of people could actually benefit from the new casks, same as the old casks. I'm gonna hold off on him for just a second. New chainmail. Compared to also leathers and stuff. Also boots. Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of needs some, like, raw defensive capabilities. Sell those. Ugh. I think my headset's just being dumb again with cutting in and out of audio. Okay. Yeah, let's do them an upgrade. Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. And then finally on one, yeah, it's just a straight upgrade for him. Ooh, she gets status protect with that. Maybe I'll give it to him as well. Yes. Because eventually he comes back as well, once he gets actual skill points up. Some half-decent repelling then. Repelling and blocking and other things. Okay, let me switch back out to my kind of more so quote-unquote main party. Aww. For Suikoden 1, I played like a little bit. 2, I just basically have not played. I've like just read things from off of online and everything and watched like a video or two, but I have not actually really played 2. They are definitely on the potential to play list here on stream. But yeah, no, just kind of lots of stuff about them as well. Like I've picked up some other lore from like 3, 4, and 5 with them. I need Cecile back. And Mel. Who did I have with you before? I think it was Augustine. And then finally, Are the ninja boys? What about the ninja girl? Man, I almost want to bring Elliot. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Elliot. Just for the time being. Actually, I think funnily enough as well, I think I played Suikoden 1 the most on PSP. Because they have the digital version of that. I mean, I'm absolutely playing the digital version of this. Oh, this is where Kuroku is! Oh, wait. Do we have access to different doghouses for you? Not on us. But yeah, we have to change that up. And our performers are still just chilling there. Okay. I'm going to hit up a save point as well. Because I think it's been, once again, a while since we last did that. because we just barrel through a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, it's almost been an hour since we last saves. Oh man, it would have been bad if we gamed over at any point there. Okay, let's head to Thomas's room. Yes, here we go. Oh yeah, here's Buddha. Oh, Thomas, are you going to sleep? Let's do this. Yeah, it's been a long day. I see. Have a good night, Thomas. Is there something you wanted to talk to me about? I'm worried sick. I really love it here, and all the people too. I can't bear to think of all of us forced out into the wilds, penniless. He's full of it. You wait and see. He's trying to push his weight around here because he usually can't. He's just bluffing. Talking about the Zexen counselor. You think? Oh, my. That's a relief. Thank goodness. Whew. Maybe I can sleep now. Good night. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have to do a war. Suddenly, Thomas was awake, and by himself. The 5 other friends he went to bed with had all but disappeared. Oh, I thought the kids normally hung out in here. Also, I always forget what's in this room. Wait, I think somebody else stays in that room. Oh, I think that's Spoiler's room. Oh, I think maybe the kids hang out on the ship. Here's Mudo. Actually, let's see if anything... Here can go on anyone else. Oh, Toykin can actually equip stuff. Old leather? Nope, that's something to sell. Old lightning leather? Also something to sell. An iron shield? Hey, you can sell that. We do have a castle kennel! Oh, we could totally give that to, Kroku. Okay, I guess sell all of this stuff. Because it's all worthless. And... head back upstairs. Head out the side entrance. Because I wanted to see... Oh, I think it's not until we go to the front castle gate. Or maybe we might be prompted right here. Okay. Kroku, let's get you this cool looking thing. Oh, hell yeah, man. Look at this. You got a little castle now, buddy. Let's actually go check out some plot. There it is. Thomas, hurry! These people suddenly showed up and... What's the matter? This isn't a joke. These guys came to the castle during the night, surrounded it, and put it under siege. Siege? It's terrible. I was going out on my morning walk, and these soldiers stopped me and turned me away. I can't believe it. What? What is the meaning of this? As I believe I said last time, Zexen will handle its affairs as it sees fit. But why surround the castle? We have committed no crimes. Oh, hey, Hugo and Co. This looks like real trouble. What's going on this time? There, that is the problem. What? That child is the son of the Karai clan chief. Only days ago, he fled Vine del Zexe. We're certain it was him. There's an official Zexen warrant out for his arrest. Spoilers for Hugo's Chapter 3, I suppose. What? My arrest? Did you really come all this way just to insult my guests, sir? Humph. Think very carefully before you decide to give shelter to an enemy of Zexen. What a morning. Ooh. A little discordant music. Okay. Just seeing that, yeah, all the all the native inhabitants of Budhuk are up over here waiting for plot. Never mind new shops. We old ones can't even carry on with business anymore. Well, things don't look too good. Ahem, you see how it is. Oh, gotta get my Piccolo voice.
What do you mean? What's going to happen to us then?
Well, you heard the council speak, but I don't believe your business will have to be shut down along with the others. Who the heck has approval around here? Thomas has worked too hard to make this happen. There's no way. Well, I don't really care. Would you just decide on what you're going to do already? I'm starting to get hungry. I'm trying to come up with the best solution. They're coming over here. Why not just ask them what they're going to do? What everyone's gathered around for. I'm very sorry about this, but maybe it's best if you left and went with the Zexen counselor and... Mr. Sebastian, what are you saying? I'm sorry. Rest assured, I would never ask you to do such a thing. Thomas stepping up to the plate. Butler doesn't make the calls, or rather, innkeeper. I'm afraid they got cross. They've come all this way to see us, and they may be visitors, but if they're just here to spy on us, that's different. That's right, Thomas. But I... Ooh. That cutscene probably happens back in Hugo's chapter. Caesar! Hey, you're Thomas, the master of this castle, right? Maybe. Who's asking? I'm Caesar, and this one's... Apple. This one? How rude. I'm Apple. Apple, uh-huh. Apple it is. May I ask your business here? We're following rumors, so we snuck in and hid. But with all this hubbub happening, we couldn't resist taking a peek outside. What rumors are you talking about? That the Firebringer are hiding here. Were those other guys trying to confirm the same rumor? I haven't a clue what you're talking about. Probably wouldn't tell us if you did. Perhaps you started the rumor to distract the Zexens, or to scare people like us away. I doubt he considers us a threat. I know, your analysis is devoid of any emotion. I don't think I like that. A good strategist should operate that way. Yes, yes. Just give it to us straight, okay? I'll try. Let us help you up, boy. We're on your side. We're here to give you a hand. We're not fond of the way things are shaping up around here. Let's meet in the courtyard. When all's ready, we'll leave the rest to you. Don't fret. Thanks. I mean it. Our pleasure. See you later. Hell yeah, Caesar's here. Oh, I guess all we can do is that. Frankie's sleeping. Alright. Thomas, are you ready to try out some more? So tell me, what's this infallible plan of yours? Do you really think something can be done? Yeah, of course. Can we really trust you? You don't have to trust us, but if you have a better idea, then let's hear it. From lazy old Juan? I don't think so. So here's the situation. You don't want to hand over the kid, but you also don't want to give up the castle. Of course, there's no way you can fight them, right? Yes. Then it's easy. Get rid of their reason for being here. Get the kid away from the castle. If he's what they want, why would they remain? Are you sure about this? It sounds too easy to work. Come on, those guys may be knights, but they're really nothing more than a frontier patrol unit and a few guards under council control. That wouldn't be enough to lay siege to this castle, but rest assured, the main unit will follow soon. So before that happens, we'll take the kid into grassland. Then there will be no reason for them to be here, and the knights will be withdrawn. I see. Alright, I'll explain the strategy, so gather around me. We must work quickly. Repair all the places in the wall that can be easily fixed. Then what? Then Cecile will set up straw dummies up by that gate. Will do. I'm on it, sir. Right away. And then there's the butler. I need you to write something out. I hope it won't land me in prison. Jeez. Don't worry. You're just taking the castle master's place temporarily. Oh, of course, sir. And next, there's you. Me? I don't take orders from anyone. Lose the attitude and follow the plan, will you? Yours is the most important role of all. Important? Forget it. Do you want to lose the castle? No, not at all. The fate of this castle depends on how you do. You should be proud to play such a part. Alright. What a slacker. That does it. Thomas, I'll leave the rest to you. Tomorrow it happens. I'm going back to the lodge, so keep your eyes peeled. Count on it. What a drag. Okay, I think we then prompt things by going up to Thomas's room. But in the meantime, we can't do anything else. Oh. Thomas! Over here, over here. Heh, look at this. What do you think of these dummies? Well, I guess those are all right. Yes, yes. One look at these guys, and I bet they'll run away in terror. One can only hope. Thank you, sir. Stretching. Anything else we can really do to prep? Maybe we'll splurge a little bit and get Thomas a sharper sword. well-kept sword. Still just nicely well-kept. Kathy hangs on. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, here's Kenji. Whoa, Tom, is he working out properly, huh? Unfortunately, he's locked to Chris right now. Yeah, I do keep hearing about the masterpiece that is, too. I'm mostly happy that I at least have digital copies saved on some of my different PlayStation systems. Don't have like a physical edition because, man, those things go for minimum $400. I was also just wandering around where the kiddos hang out. Not here. I think they do hang out like on the ship. Oh yeah, because back in chapter 1 with Hugo, when we went on our little adventure with them, they loved it there. Those elegant and beautiful things. So much gorgeous and artistic. I'll be back in just 1 second.
Oh, hi, kitties.
Oh, you just push it open. Here. Oh. I just had my little Ashy here for a second. Yeah. Ashy baby. Hmm? Mm-hmm. That's the internet. They like you out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can go back out and play with ghosts some more. Oh, you're a little... Okay. Stormership. As a file, the whole series saved on various drives and Dropbox. A steward. Yeah, nope, that's definitely good to have too. I mean, through the power of the internet, you know, all games are possible. Who else can we learn about? Yes, this is just all some initial profiling. Let's do Mudo. Oh, it was actually... Oh, right, we accessed the ship from up here. Right, Belle is here with Gadget Z, who we can never access because she's locked behind Geddoe. And... Man, I thought the kids just loved hanging out here. I was completely wrong. And I'm too lazy to check those rooms right now. I'm not too concerned as to where the kids hang out. What I might do is drop a little safety Saverino here on one of our older slots. Oops. That's what I meant to do. One of our older saves where Lulu was still alive. And any better news? Nope. Just still puff pieces. He does this. Does it prompt things? No. Oh, I think Caesar said just go talk to him once we're getting ready. Nope. But then where did Caesar go? Oh, there's a duck up here. Quack. He's just a regular duck. There we go. Can't leave the castle, can we? Oh, that's the story gatekeeping us. Okay, now I'm not sure. So we already kind of went to like all sorts of places around. Oh. Very ordinary. Oh, here's everybody. Repair it, huh? I'd say it needs more than that.
Oh.
Well, let's do our best. We'll start at one end and fix things as we go along. I wonder if this is really going to work. Okay. Nobody in there yet. Nothing really in here. Let me go up to the library. Do they hang out in there at all? So what the heck is Eek doing this entire time? Or Ike? Disappearing. Oh. He and Sebastian are here. So, Ike, where are the materials? I'm sure they were here somewhere. Please, my good man, you must try to remember. Mr. Sebastian, is everything all right? Oh, hello, Thomas. Yes, everything's fine. Leave it to me. Oh, Arnie's just chilling there as well. Billy, I don't have time to play card games with you. Maybe if they were children's card games, it'd be a different story. But no, you play with just regular playing cards. Okay, so that's actually everybody except Juan talked to, but I don't think we have to talk to Juan. Unless he like really disappeared somewhere. Nope. Nope. Let's have Thomas go to his room, maybe? Now, you must get some sleep, Thomas. But I should also be... Not much more you can do now. Think of tomorrow and get some sleep. If you say so, good luck, Mr. Sebastian. We'll need it. It'll be fine, though. Let's get another save here going. Ooh. Hey, Thomas, did you sleep well? We're about to start this. Ready. Alright, let's do it then. Well, Hugo looks ready, so we're just about set. Ready, Thomas? Ready, as I'll ever be. I'll do my best. Let's go for it. Concentrate on defending the gate. Don't let anyone in. If we can hold them off long enough, they'll withdraw. Wait, there's more. I can't defend your castle for you, so there's something I must give you. Take this. What is it? Just hold on to it. If you get in trouble, open it up. The rest is up to you. Whatever you say. A bundle. Bundle. Battle time. Stay alive for X turns. Ally units are destroyed. Whatever happens, don't give up this gate. I understand. I was certain they'd wave the white flag away right away. Ah, yes, sir. Was I not able to, like, actually put together, like, my units and stuff? Well, because, like, this is silly. Why is, like, it's a seal like that? Also, this is, like, a random assortment of people in the party. Range equals 2. Oh. Re-enable action to one unit in area. Well, let's actually drop one of these. I just only did that. Sir, a number of soldiers have appeared at the gates of Budahuk. Soldiers? How could that be? It's a mystery to me, sir. It's always some... It's under detachment to find out what's happening. They're here. Don't worry, Thomas. This is my castle, too. I don't intend to let it be taken.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get him. Oh, we also got Mill in here. Oh, they immediately went on a retreat. Dude. Oh, she's just using it on... Oh, on their leader. Dude, he should go... Yeah. Oh, that was just a dude. Battle concluded. And have her just defend. Counselor, a message from the Zexen Council. What is it? Counselor, a notice of prosecution has been filed against you, sir. Notice of prosecution? Pathetic. Naturally, one of my jealous colleagues wanted to take over my responsibilities here. Sir, no, the notice was filed by the Zexen Knights. What? Is there a chance to go? We're going with you. Did you think I would stay in a hole of a place like this forever? Get ready to head for the far edge of the battlefield. Stick it to them, Hugo. You too, Sergeant. Sure thing. See you later. When things get back to normal, I hope you come back to visit. You could even open a shop. That's a decision for my mother to make. Here we go! Oh, actually. Oh, he needs to be in, like, the same one. Okay. Honestly? Sir, right now from the castle. Do give me a moment of peace. Can't you see I'm tied up here right now? Yes, sir. Your funeral? Dude. Like, really? Thomas Hewitt was victorious. What if I want to do just like a little bit of extra? Death and destruction. They're just gonna be bobbies. What are the units more so over here? More Bobby units. I thought this was going to be a bit of a groovier war, but let's mix things up. Ooh, that's a full-on dude on a horse. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, hear me out. Win-loss conditions. Don't go away. Oh, I gotta press and hold. Lose, escape east. Are defeated. We're gonna try to go for some of those extra spoils of war. Dude, it doesn't help that you also have Your commander right out in front. Oh, you're actually attacking back now. And yeah, don't have like your leader just out front like that, dude. Yo, this is my battlefield. Yeah, of course they're gonna go after Piccolo. Apparently after our dwarfen friend. Oh, this will finish it. Barbecued. Somehow we're getting restores off of that. What you got, Mel? Yep. The old finisher. Okay, we got rid of all the enemies. Enemy phase. No more enemies. If we made it this far, we should be alright. I'm glad we've gotten this far away, but oh, my legs are killing me. My good apple, if you continue to be a bookworm, your legs will atrophy and fall off. What would I do without your pleasantries? We escaped safely, but how safe is the castle? I took steps to slow down the Zexens, but in the end it depends on how badly they want to proceed. We have written orders from Brass Castle to cease and desist until further notice. We will pull back and wait. Who will pull back? Nonsense. What orders? That ridiculous letter. They state that the counselor has made false accusations. But I observed the grassland fugitives within that castle. Thomas, quickly, quickly. There are no fugitives at the castle, and if you don't believe me, come in and search. Impudent peasant. Until the presence of fugitives here can be confirmed or denied, we must stand down. You demon servants. They're retreating. Thomas, see for yourself. What a relief, at last. I expect they will bother us no more. If only that were so. Hey, look, it's one. How can we sneak to Brass Castle in one night? This strategy is suicide. Well, on. You're looking well. Until you hear what happened. Hmm? We triumphed in battle. You don't say. It's true. Here's the proof. The enemy dropped this when they were retreating. It would be nice if it could pay off our debts. Major victory. Like, yeah. Ooh, a counter ring. Allows you to do +7 damage against counters. Okay. I think actually with this as well, you might be approaching the end of Chapter 2 for Thomas. We'll see. Yeah, put this back on our main save slot. I'll say it's buck wild how it like just randomly pulled people for the party, and nobody to fill Cecile's. Maybe I missed something when going to like, I don't know. I'm so relieved that creepy counselor left. So he did. Lucky thing. What's the matter, Thomas? Well, I hope that's the end of it. I hope so too. Oh yeah, do we just want to chat up with people? Nope. Ooh. And actually, if we do this, we can then access this. Okay, but who actually can, like, do us, like, a half-decent counter? I mean, yeah, the girl's good. Well, and you think, hey, maybe Juan. But Juan is rarely awake. Well... Maybe you just do Juan for now. So that when he does wake up, he does counter stuff. Well, and actually, no, that is smarter, especially with that Firefly rune on him. Thomas, who do you need to go talk to? Or see, or observe? What does leaving the castle do? Oh, it takes us out here. With not much more to do. Is Mr. Sebastian gonna be in here? Nope, he is elsewhere. Yep, down where Juan's hanging out at. Nope, neither of them are there. Therefore, I be thinking they're somewhere in the castle. Oh! Interesting. Oh, maybe we just had to leave and come back. Master Thomas? I heard he was young, but he's nothing but a boy. Can I help you? You must be Thomas, the master of Buddha Castle. I am. How can I be of service? I bring you news from the council. The first item concerns Durabum. On behalf of Commander Chris Lightfellow, Salam Haras has taken up the prosecution of Councilor Durabum. Haras is the deputy commander of the Knights. The case is currently being reviewed. This is good news. Good news for all of us. They're also reviewing the alleged joint ownership of your land and leasing rights for this land. See, I told you, there's nothing to be worried about. Well, I said it was under review. What do you mean there's nothing to be worried about? Plus, I relay a decision handed down by the council. Thomas, master of Buddha Castle? Yes? As of noon tomorrow, you, Thomas, shall be removed from your position as master of this castle. What? Means you're only the master until noon tomorrow. What? Why? Who says? I'm delivering the message, not the story behind it. But my father, that man, will come for you tomorrow at noon. You'd best get ready. You're going back to Vine del Zexe. I can't. This castle needs me. Not anymore. We're proclaiming this common land as Zexen Federation territory. The council has made its decision. This can't be. This castle was given to me by my father. Thomas, your father, Councillor Loma, has decided to disown you. He no longer recognizes you as his son. I'm sorry. My own father? Dad's a dick. Not to worry. I'm here to ensure everyone's safety. No more wrinkled brows, okay? Talk is cheap. Do you really think you can defeat all those guys out there? Master, do you have any last-minute ideas? Why ask him? He won't be master much longer. We're running out of luck and time. We've got to revert to how things were. We'll have to sell our valuables to pay off our debts. Then we resume our simple, quiet lives. If this is going to be Zexen territory, they'll probably help us out with funding, at least a little. Besides, we might get some rich kid as our next castle master. 1. It's not going to be that easy. If you don't shut your mouth right now, I'll shut it for you. Thomas is the master of this castle. I wanted to say that way. Right, sorry, he's still the castle master. Until noon tomorrow. That's not what I meant. It's okay, Cecile. Stop it. No, I won't. It's alright. We've worked together so hard to get this far. Let's not end in a fight. End. Huh. It's hard to imagine. Okay. Oh. I had one of the things to resolve by now, but I am probably going to be actually wrapping up for the night now. There we go. So yeah, thanks to everybody who tuned in for the night. This definitely was fun doing here. And as well, if you are watching over on YouTube side when the video gets uploaded there, thank you as well there. Make sure you're followed on stuff. Liking things as they come. And yeah, hopefully we can check you out next time.